What have you seen? I'm asking again about the linebacker position. The two guys you've been starting, the young guys behind. Are those young guys closing the gap? What is the competition like there?
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of young guys that are, contributing at a high level. You look at Stevie, you look at Trey, you look at Cam, all doing a really, really nice job. And then we have some young men in James, also Ahern doing a nice job. So it's nice to have some good competitive depth. And, what that does is it makes you better as a football team because those guys have to contribute really, really highly on special teams as well.
Stevie, it didn't look like finished the game. Did he get dinged up and you anticipate him being available this week?
Yeah, what we want to do is try to get as many guys on the field that we feel can be productive and so some of those other guys earn some snaps. And so what we'll do is we'll see kind of as we go this week with regards to as we get into the flow of the game, who's playing at a high level and play good defense.
How would you evaluate Bracey's play in that game?
Yeah, Bracey played really solid. He's a young man that's super intense, does a nice job executing, and so he can play really, really high level ACC football.
Maryland brought in some new offensive guys to their staff this past offseason, Sumlin and Josh Gaddis. How would you say their offense is? Is it a mix of what guys have done in the past, Coach Loxley too? How would you kind of sum up their offensive system?
Yeah, first off, I mean, talent-wise, they got done a great job as far as acquiring talent. Secondly, what they do is you can tell that there's a lot of experience, in that offensive meeting room. So they attack a bunch of different ways in the run game. The same thing in the pass game, and then they have a quarterback that has great arm strength and good athleticism. So we're really excited for the challenge to go up to their place on a Friday night and go compete in a hostile environment.
We usually hear that coaches kind of work 3-4 games into the season in the summer. Does your preparation from the summer match what they've been putting on film offensively? I imagine you studied a lot of different.
Yeah, no. What it does is looking back at who they were last year offensively, and then also looking at the new offensive coordinator. There's some carryover from what we saw last year. So you kind of are looking at both pieces, and each offense evolves a little bit in their off season, and then also to match your personnel that you have currently. So they've done a nice job. They've been efficient in the run game. They got a really, really good backs that run downhill behind their pads, and so it'll start with us playing good run defense to get them into some manageable third down situations.
John, what gave you confidence that Cohen King, who had been a safety basically his whole football career, could successfully make the move to corner?
I think it's a body of work with regards to what he's put on film, and when it comes down, it's the best football players, and he's a young man that has the movement skills to be able to play man coverage, but has great spatial awareness and then also schematic awareness that allows him to play multiple spots. He's a guy that could probably play all 5 DB spots, and it's definitely fun to coach guys like that.
We've seen from Dave Herard. He's gotten more playing time than ever before.
Yeah, Dave's done a nice job as well. Physical, super attentive in the meeting rooms, and a great football learner. So we're excited to see him continue to grow and play good football here down the stretch.
What's the reaction when you guys are watching the video and Dave almost has that pick on the 2-point conversion? What's the?
Yeah, there's always a play. I mean, it's your 5 plays that we always talk about as a staff. There's 5 plays in a football game that are gonna be the difference between you winning and losing, and we've just got to do a great job in those 5 plays, and you just don't know which one that's going to be. It could be the first extra point, or it could be the last 2-point conversion. You got to find a way to win those snaps.
When Sue went down, you have to rely more on the younger guys at DL, including Jason Hammond. How much have you seen his progress, and how comfortable are you at that depth, that position? Yeah,
I think we've got some guys that can play multiple spots in the interior D line, and then we have young guys, really, really good young guys that are going to play a ton of football here. Jason's one of those guys, big, physical, comes from a great high school tradition, and then comes from a great family as well. So we're excited to see him make great strides, and he's made great strides in the short time he's been here when he got here in June.
What challenges does Maryland's quarterback present, even their run game with Roman Hembry?
It all starts with the run game. When people can make it second and short, get you into tough third down situations, That makes it very difficult as a defense. They've got multiple backs that run downhill. They got a big physical offensive line, and then to have a quarterback that has great arm strength, that also can extend plays with his feet, makes it challenging for us as a defense.
What's the sense of urgency, just from what you've noticed with the team this week, looking for that first win still?
Yeah, I think as far as just prep, we've had our best week of preparation. I think that the focus and just the ability to just string a few practices together and the learning mindset that this group has been super positive.
If you tackle poorly in a spring scrimmage, you come back and there's a lot more physical in practice. It's hard, I imagine, to find that balance when you're in season. You don't want to beat these guys up. What has been the work in terms of tackling, and how physical can you be as you're getting ready for Friday game?
Yeah, we're going to be physical. We're going to practice physical. We're going to practice fast, and that's going to be the mentality that we're going to have, and that allows you to transition to Saturdays. There's not going to be there's no pulling off. I mean, it is full gas pedal. It is seeing how can we play physical and fast, and that's the way we're going to practice as well.
You like what you're seeing from the tackling circuits out here this week?
Yeah, I think from a tackling, just the focus to detail, the angles to the ball, those have all been really, really impressive, and excited to see those guys go out and compete again this Friday.